Hello my cute cuties. So இன்னைக்கு வந்து we are going to discuss something really important. ஏன்னா எக்ஸாமுக்கு வந்து let us say you got 60 marks. Okay, your marks is 60. So இப்போ வந்து அது 65 ஆக்கணும். அதுக்காக what we need to do, அதுக்காக இருக்கிற secret tips தான் இந்த செஷன்ல we are going to discuss. So நான் வந்து உங்களோட Lerin Mam, your physics master teacher. இப்போ வந்து we are going for the pattern. இப்போ இந்த CBSE ஓட physics exam ஓட pattern னா அதுல 5 segments இருக்கும். A, B, C, D, E 5 segments இருக்கும். அதுல வந்து section A ல 16 marks, 16 marks னா 16 MCQs இருக்கும். Each question will be having 1 mark. Okay. Second one the section B ல 5 questions இருக்கும். 2 weightage தான். Okay, 2 marks தான் weightage வருது. And section C ல வந்து we will be having 7 questions and the weightage is 3 marks. இப்போ வந்து if you are just checking on the section D ல வந்து 2 questions தான் இருக்கு. அது வந்து case study based தான். And அதோட weightage வந்து 4 marks தான். Okay, 1 question 4 marks. And section E ல வந்து 3 questions da irukum and it is going to be long questions, so the weightage will be high automatically, right? So it is going to be 5 marks. Okay, in the 3 questions each 5 marks kadikka pore. So definitely you should now you know, okay, what is going to be, what is going to happen right now, correct? Okay, ipo vanda we have many questions and in the questions la vanda some question ku in the options irukku, overall and the options idu illa, some questions ku vanda we have options also. So ipo vanda what I'm going to tell you is, as I mentioned, ipo vanda ungalku 60 marks da. Okay, other 65 ஆக்குறதுக்கு இருக்கிற or to make it 65, what are the secret things that we can do in our physics exam? Adha na ipo ungalkitta that is what I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, so ipo vanda you know that the time, the duration vanda 3 hours da, 180 minutes da. Ipo vanda if I'm just checking on this, hardly we will be getting 2 minutes per marks. Okay, 70 marks the total vanda you are going to write the exam for 70 marks. Appadina 1 mark ku 2 minutes da. So you know each section la evlo marks irukku, so anta madri we have to give little time for the first section, and because it is 1 mark weightage only. And also important ana thing enna, while you are entering to the exam hall you will be getting a 15 minutes cool off time, right? So on the time proper use panniko, yena because we know that we have to be exam க்கு வந்து ரொம்ப டென்ஸ்டா இருக்க, you cannot be calm. So அப்போ what will happen உங்களுக்கு வந்து you cannot remember anything. Okay, so இப்போ வந்து you are becoming more tensed na, adla vanta it is not going to give you extra marks, it will reduce your marks, because if you are getting tensed you will forget things. Okay, so appadina whatever it happens, whatever be the question will be same if you are getting tensed or if you are very calm. Okay, if you are calm, then definitely what will happen, you will get some extra marks, you can remember quietly. Okay, it is one thing you should understand, it is happening to everyone. Okay, you will study, you will forget. Even I will study, I will also forget. Your parents also doing the same thing. Maybe you can just see that sometimes they oh, I forgot that, because that is as we are human beings, we are not robots, right? We are not chitty robo. So definitely enna agum, we will study, we will forget. We will study, we will forget. Adu vanta it is not a thing which you need to tensed. Okay, so appo vanta if you are getting tense now, what will happen? Definitely you cannot even think. Okay, so other the problem, so ipo vanta you should use the cool off time for yourself. The time is actually meant for you. Okay, so next vanta I wanted to tell you decide the section order. Okay, yena first thing is இப்போ whenever I'm saying the section order, you know 5 sections இருக்கு. இந்த 5 sectionக்கு வந்து different marks தான். Okay, first section la vantu each question ku 1 mark, second la vantu 2 marks. So if you are just switching from section to section, ninga vandu if you are just attending 17th question, after that you are going for the 21 question. Okay, if you are attending 21st question, the marks vantu different ah irukku. So the teacher, you have to think from the teacher's point of view, and the teacher vantu daily she or he is examine many question papers. So அந்த டைம்ல வந்து இந்த questions வந்து confuse ஆச்சுனா that will affect you badly. So first one the you, I mean whenever you're getting the question paper, go through it, just scan it. You should spend some time for it and make sure which is, I mean in which section you are more confident. Let us say you are, you are confident with section C. Okay, section C la vanta I can do more questions. So apona you can start with section C. Write section C, write the question number, because question number la vanta compromise kedayadu. Okay, there is no compromise for question number. Double check. Okay, double check. Maybe if the teacher feels like, okay, anyway the answer is correct, the question number is wrong, maybe you will be getting mark, but most probably 99% I'm telling you, you won't be getting the mark. Question number 1, it is very important. You have written a lot of things, you have studied a lot of things, and a question number 1 wrong, na, you won't be getting the mark. So double check this question number. It is very, very important, guys. In the question number 1, romba important ana vishayam, double check. Okay, so first, as I mentioned, section. While you are deciding the section, as I mentioned, if you are just comfortable with the section Z, if you are comfortable with the section C, and the section C, section E na high weightage tha, right? High weightage, 15 marks. If you are confident, start with that, no worries. But complete section E. Okay, adukapram you should go for another section. Okay, don't okay, I'm going for one question from section C, then I'll take it from section D, then I'll go for section 1. So like that way, don't do it, and it will affect you. It will disturb the teacher who was doing also. Okay, so in the teacher vanta liberala, okay, liberala in the question paper or the answer sheet should correct. Adinala da nan solre. So don't switch in between the sections. Other vanta it will affect you badly. Okay, yeah, and another one again from the teacher's point of view. Okay, from the teacher's point of view, if you are just checking on it, you can see that and the teacher order like from every answer sheet, they are not going to read line by line. Okay, they have some point, they will be giving the marks with point based marks. In the point there is 1 mark, in the point there is 1 mark. Okay, so adinala if you are feeling like when you are writing something descriptively, if you are feeling like this is very important, okay, and it should be highlighted, so appadi irundiruchuna you should draw an underline. Okay, adu vanthu romba important ana vishayam da. If you are getting the enough time to do this properly, because the teacher will be getting the attention. Okay, this point is there, this point is there, and that will create a good impression, and the impression kaga we are doing this. Purinjida everybody? So underline vanta romba important, and edachu equations irunda, you can just put it in a box. Okay, that will also highlight. Okay, it will be highlighted. So and the teacher okay, the student she has written this much of things. Okay, and another important thing is if you are writing the final answer, okay, final answer edudum bodu, you should mention the unit if is there, because unit kaga you have extra marks. Okay, unit kaga specific, yeah, your answer is correct. Okay, answer vanta 90, you got the 90. Okay, ana vanta you forgot to write the unit kaga there is a mark for every numerical. So adinala vanta you should write the numerical, the value along with the magnitude with the unit. Illana anta question, what is this? Okay, the 90 na yenna adu puriyanolle, adukkaga da we are specifying the unit, and the unit vanda if you missed the unit, you are going to miss the marks as well. Purinjida everybody understood? Okay, and also whenever you are writing any question, okay, any answer, you just write in a way that the examiner doesn't know. Whoever is going to read your answer sheet, they don't know anything. Okay, so appadida you have to write. Yeah, in the derivations kulla, what will happen? Yeah, in the derivation lab you will be skipping some of the steps. Appadina what will happen? The one who is examining your answer sheet, they will feel like, okay, they skipped some of the steps. So derivations the step by step parkano. So adanala you cannot just skip any of the steps. And also the reason, you have to write the reason. If you are just writing for the deviation, okay, and the deviation, minimum deviation, if you are just writing, if you are writing why this angle R1 R2 is equal to angle A. So appadi andha madri vishayangal romba, you have to specifically mention what is the reason for it. அதுக்காக தான் we are I mean the question paperல 5 marks போட்டுட்டு இருக்கு. So அதனால 5 marksக்கு you have to elaborate, you should think in a way that the one who is reading this, they don't know anything, so this is how I'll be writing. ஏனா maybe the one you miss, okay, maybe you feel like, yeah, it is an easy one, why should I write? Maybe that point might be there in their sheet, so if that doesn't matches with this, that 1 mark will go. Okay, and also one important thing, the rough work. Okay, the rough work. So in the question, I mean answer sheet la vanta you will be having, you can just make it into 2 parts. Whenever you're doing any numerical, make it into 2 parts. Draw a line. Okay, so in the rough one, I mean in the side la mattunda you are going to write. Okay, so do the calculation, because the one thing is like accuracy is more important than speed. Okay, accuracy vanta rompa important. Okay, yeah, I wanted to finish this question quickly. Maybe your calculation will be wrong. Appadina and the full marks gone. If on the numerical vanta, let's say 3 marks or 2 marks, and the 2 marks gone. Okay, and also if you don't know the answer for the question, the numerical, you don't know how to do it. Ana on the chapter la, what are the equations, you know, you just write it. Okay, that is not just for the numericals. If you are getting a question and you don't know the answer, you know what is, I mean in the chapter learn in the question vara. Okay, so adoda relate ana whatever be the things comes in your mind, please write it. As I mentioned, it is better than 0. You will be getting some marks, maybe half marks, maybe 1 mark. That is fine. Maybe the reason you have written without knowing the answer, yeah, I just know this, I have written this. Maybe you will be getting good marks also from it. Okay, maybe that might be the answer. So adanala vanda, if you're feeling like I don't know the answer, don't skip completely, write something what you know related to it. And also ipo vanda the numericals na and the chapter la irukra ella equations you can write. Okay, ena equation ku vanda separate mark irukke, okay. So ipo vanda numericals focus பண்ணும்போது you should do one thing, you should do the question on the right hand side and copy the answer in the left hand side. And copy பண்ணும்போது don't make any mistake and keep the units along with that, otherwise your mark will go. Okay, so everybody should think about this. And ipo vanda I'm going to tell you about the MCQs. In the MCQs la vanda, let us say 16 questions irukku. In the 16 questions irukku, if you are writing the answer, don't just write A, B, C, D. Okay, I mean you can just write at least 1 line. Even let's say if I'm just writing A, okay, option A is the right answer, correct? If A is the right answer, you will get the mark. And if you can write something about that, the reason, because option A, resistivity, because, and if you are just writing a line, the thing is like, let us say, unfortunately, the option is A, but at that point you have just write B. Answer is wrong, and the reason correct. So the examiner may give the marks. So in the, it is not going to take more than 30 seconds or 45 seconds. And for 1 mark, definitely we can give 1 minute, of course. Okay, as I mentioned, 1 mark ku vandu 2 minutes irukku. Adanala you can spend 1 minute for this question. So ipo vandu just don't write option A, option B. What is the reason why you chose option A, why you choose option B? Adoda reason you can just write it. Okay, ipo vandu if you can't even do that, okay, if you can't even do that, at least do this. As I mentioned, option A is the right answer. And what is the answer? Resistivity. Okay, so if your answer is wrong also, there is a possibility to get the mark. And proper, if you are writing the reason, don't worry, you will be getting the score. So adu rompa important ana விஷயம். And also whenever you are solving the question, idhula constants irukum, and the constants oda value you have to specify, adu kuda important ah irukke. Purinjida everybody understood? And also next we have to focus on the diagrams. So whenever you are doing a derivation, whenever you are doing something which is required, a diagram is required, then use a pencil, draw neatly. Okay, draw neatly. And if you are doing for ray optics, you should mark the direction of light. If you are just simply writing like this, okay, let us say this is how it is. Okay, you have done like this. Then this is wrong because you haven't even marked the direction of light. So diagram வந்து proper-ஆ இருக்கணும் and it should be very neat and you should mark each and everything. ஏன்னா whatever you are writing in the derivation, this should match. Okay, derivation வந்து by heart பண்ணாத, ஏன்னா you will be you will get stuck in between. அதனால இது வந்து ரொம்ப important. You should draw the diagram and study by yourself. The derivation don't by heart, and the long derivations you cannot remember completely. அதனால you should understand first, do it, and then you go for the exam. Okay, so இப்போ வந்து as I mentioned, we have limited time, so அதனால you should focus on one shots, you should focus on the short notes. Don't go for elaborated notes at this point. Yeah, now we have 7 days only. If you have completed your revision, everything is done, then spend time for the extra things. There is no restriction, everybody. So these are the things I wanted to tell you. And also every time whenever you are writing any differences, okay, இப்போ வந்து your question is nuclear fission and fusion. Okay, so on the difference kind of questions vandana, you can just give you can draw a table and you can do it. As I mentioned, that will give you more idea, that will give you a impression to the examiner. So don't forget, you should make a table and you have to do it. So idu vanthu romba important ana reasons that to increase your score. As I mentioned, idu vanthu you cannot increase your score from 40 to 70, ana vanthu 60 la irukra ungaloda mark 65 aakradhukku inda tips ella helpful agum. So definitely like the video, share the video, also subscribe the channel for more videos, and all the very best guys. Thank you so much.